Ready to go?
Nope.
And
There we
Ian-
go.
He might have already went radio silent and getting ready while we were all chatting.
yeah, I did. I said something.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did.
Well, we as in true fashion, we completely ignored you.
I
And
heard
you know what?
Preston.
That's fine. It is what it is. I'm
Kinda
used to
like
it
all
at
the-
this point.
Yeah, kind of like all the lore. We were just like, yeah, we'll get it later.
Yeah,
And
nobody
then-
cared about the lore until it bit them. You know,
And all of a sudden we're like, who? What?
We didn't realize how serious the lore was gonna be.
who's this? Who's this Broman guy? Like,
yeah.
was this the guy that was mentioned in like episode 3? I mean, maybe.
What are notes?
Episode 3 of Chapter 1.
Yeah, the only note I had was that Bromankarth was BBEG. That's all I had. I don't know.
That's very helpful.
But is he?
I don't
Dun
know.
dun dun.
Is there any chance that he's not?
Maybe it's Landfair.
It's Zoramir. What are we talking about?
Ah, there we go.
Wait. How'd you find out?
That would be hilarious.
Oh, Zoromir's out there, like slaughtering his family. Great.
It's an inside job.
If we could hold a secret this long like that, I would be impressed for sure. Hello, everyone, and welcome
Oh,
to another
Hello.
session of On the Edge of Darkness. We are happy
Gonna
that
have
you're
a
here
good
with
time.
us. A couple things that I missed last week. We want to thank Pikachu for being our first watcher that used points to affect gameplay, and because of that, Galtier actually succeeded on his roll.
I
So
did. I
don't
know
forget
Zormer's
about your
shady.
coins there. They are there for you to alter things. More of those will get added as I think of some things to add in there that won't kill me as a DM. Another thing, we want to thank everyone listening and watching. We hit 500 listens on our podcast of our episodes. So thank you so very much for enjoying those as they go through. If you've not listened to our podcast before, one of our people who's going through them right now will attest that the first few are a little rough.
Learning curves.
But yes, it does get better a little deeper in as you go. So,
it's an understatement.
but thank you for that. That is awesome. We enjoy it, and we enjoy you being here. So welcome tonight, and we hope you enjoy whatever they've got planned for me tonight. As we enter back into the dungeon.
Dungeon.
Yeah, dungeons. Right.
Roll for initiative.
The ground opens up. You fall through EverQuest Next style. That's an obscure reference.
Yeah.
That game died, unfortunately.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Randomly procedural things like that could have happened, but no, it didn't. Anyways, let's get going. I had a tune.
You tuned to what?
Hmm?
Attuned, maybe. All right. From where we left off last week, the party.
Well, I gotta get the 27 tabs open that are with the lore and the inventory.
Good. Welcome to my world.
Welcome to my world. Yeah.
The party sat down and thought about their adventures and where they've been and what's happened and where they go next. And as the frustration and stress of the events happening around them escalated, causing some tension within the party, they broke away from each other to take some silent time, discovering that they had a book with them that revealed a piece of the key, and ran into an unlikely spirit as they opened the book. Later on, they separated to investigate a little bit in Breckensfjord. Blaylock going down to the docks to see, ask some questions about some events they'd heard about, while the rest of them head to the museum. And as they approach, they see quite the commotion as people are walking about, watching as things are being removed from the museum, and some familiar faces have been bound and are resting against the wall. And that's where we're going to start tonight.
I thought Zormir and I were going to the king. Did I
We're all
miss
heading
that?
that same direction. So
Okay.
Yep. Except for Blaylock. Blaylock's just hanging out at the pier.
Yep.
He's not welcome.
So Zormir and Arlo, you're continuing to walk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you separate, and Grayson and Galtier, we will go with you. What do you want to do?
This king sure acts fast to arrest everybody so quickly.
Well, yes, when you find out that one of your trusted advisors has been lying to you the whole time, I'm pretty sure he's not happy.
Most definitely. Should we try to get a hold of that book or go to see the king along with Zormir and
I would
Arlo?
assume that the king would have that in his inventory. So we should probably go and speak with him.
Okay. So you turn and continue with Arlo and Zormir. The guards, recognizing you from before, nod you through. And you can see him looking over the party there. But pay no mind as you enter in. 1 second. Just got to get up in my notes. You see again, Geffen walks up. Yes. How may I be of service? I see you've returned. Lots going on today. Good. I hope that you are doing well this fine day.
Yes. We are urgently in need to speak to the king.
Yes. You know it is my business to kind of deflect here. What might you need from the king?
It concerns his father,
Grandfather.
his grandfather.
I see.
I just give him a look.
And you
You
see
want to
him
repeat
kind
it
of
last time?
recoiling from you just a bit. And yes, right this way. Right this way. Please follow me. And he kind of in a hurried pace, takes you inside into the main area where you were at before. Please stay here one moment. I will go retrieve him.
Very well.
And he scurries off. 5 or 10 minutes later, you see the king return, Geffen directly behind him. Well, back already, huh? What can I
Yes,
do
King.
for you?
We come with news that we should talk to you. Can we talk in private?
Yeah, Geffen's here. Should be fine. Anything you can say in front of me, can say in front of him.
Very well. We found news of your grandfather.
Oh, you did?
Yes. We had found a book when we were in Uthelamon, and so we opened it, and your grandfather's spirit was in the book.
Where?
Party tricks, that one.
Hey, I love the good practical joke.
Give me a heart attack.
Unfortunately, he perished down in Uthmelanon.
He was always more curious.
What if it gives you any pleasure? We have destroyed the creature that killed him.
It does. It does.
You, sire, we know that you have a lot on your plate, and you want the well-being, looking out for the well-being of your people. You are in great danger, you and your people, and we really need access to your book. There are some things in there that could help us defeat the dark evil that's coming.
I don't see how an old storybook would be of any value to you.
Information is very powerful to have when dealing with these things.
You should let us be the judge of that, sire, because you have a lot of people to take care of.
I'm
And
afraid.
we want to make sure that you are looked favored upon. And if we can stop this before it comes to your city, that'll make you look really good.
I'm afraid a book that's been in my family for generations isn't going to... I can't give it up into the hands, especially of outsiders.
We're not asking to keep it, just to be able to read through it.
How many days, or weeks, or months are you planning on staying here?
Well, a few hours for us to go through it.
If we don't find anything we need, you'll be happy to have the book back today.
The
But
book
we
doesn't
really-
leave
To
my...
leave your...
The book doesn't leave my sight.
Also, have you confiscated the catalog?
They're
from
in the
museum?
process of gathering everything from there. All the artifacts, books, logs. They haven't made it to the kingdom yet.
That's unfortunate.
But they'll have them there.
Will they just give it to us if we ask them for it so we can look through it? Or does it need to come from you first?
Either way, it's much like this book. You can look through it, but I can't let you have it.
That's
not much of a
understandable.
problem.
Why don't you let me go through the book here? You guys go get Blaylock and see about looking through that catalog.
Would you like anyone to stay with you in case you need to discuss anything that you come across in this book?
I should be fine. The king and I.
Very well.
Okay.
I turn to the king, and I would just like to personally thank you for relieving me of all guilt and wrongdoing. I knew this town would come to its senses.
Yeah, wrongdoing, maybe. Guilt might be something different. Try to keep the hands attached to the body of the things you kill.
They won't be needing it anymore. I might need some food down the
At
road.
least not
Yeah,
keeping them as souvenirs.
I'd imagine we'll be seeing you in our minds again soon, then.
Let's hope
Foreshadowing.
not.
Just at that, I'll just nod my head and I'll grab Soromir by the shoulder. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Before he changes his mind.
I
Oh.
go along without much fight.
Before you go, and he takes out a sheet of parchment and sets it down on a nearby table and writes a few things on it, rolls it up. In case anybody gives you some trouble, and he hands you the document.
Thank you. Appreciate that. This will get us exactly what we need.
So who's all going? Everyone but Grayson?
Sounds like it.
Yes.
So you turn around and leave. Geffen kind of helps you, and the king looks at Grayson. Come on, Harker.
After you.
And he leads you back into the room and seals the door behind you as before and removes the book, sets it out. It's a sizable book. You've seen Blaylock reading a pretty sizable book for the last couple weeks. This one is comparable to that, maybe larger.
Okay. I want to skim through and try to find anything dealing with the Black Dragon and what it took to defeat Broman.
Okay, give me an intelligence check.
Is an 18.
All right. And I'm assuming you're spending the next several hours doing so.
Yes.
You look through, and the book is written strangely. While it's definitely records of what happened in the past, it's almost written like a fairy tale. Like it's something designed and read to pass on knowledge from an older generation to a younger generation so that they don't forget the past. So it's a little different reading. While there are nuances in the book, there's not intricate details. It's not a record book. So you said about the Black Dragon and Broman?
Mm-hmm.
About the dragon, you read that he seemed to be particularly cruel. It goes into song. There was a whole chapter that basically dedicated to before Broman made a deal with him of this dragon who would make deals that were unfair, much like how a genie, if you don't ask for the exact thing, this black dragon, this Quelladon, it's very similar to that. It also came from faraway lands. It's not from Drakenwald itself. It wasn't born here. It came from somewhere else, and was known for terrorizing small towns. Broman made a deal with it, and there was kind of a contest of wills, and Broman won against this ancient black dragon. When the black dragon was slain by the Harker, it was actually not being ridden by Broman at the time. It was the Harker tricking it into making another deal and ensnaring it, trapping it, and eviscerating it. And on top of evisceration, separating the dragon into pieces where it couldn't be brought back. And a lot of it was burnt, and the bones were removed and taken down to the Black Wall.
Okay, so pretty much its resting place is the Black Wall.
Yes. As part of, if you would know, the Black Wall is made from the bones of slain dragons.
Okay.
About Broman's defeat, it's strange. The people rose up against Broman, and assaulted the tower, and they toppled the tower down. The whole tower fell and smashed to the ground. No remains were ever found, but he was inside at the time.
Well, I didn't glean much more information than what we already had, but thank you for letting me read this.
Yeah. If anybody I can trust from that group, it's a Harker.
Well, I'm going to ask you one more thing before I leave. If it comes down to it, can we count on you to help us defeat Roman?
And he looks at you, and you stare into just piercing golden eyes. And he stands up and walks towards you and outstretches his hand and grasps you right past the wrist in a really firm. Wherever there's evil, wherever Broman is, you can count on the town of Breckenfjord to be with you.
That's all I can ask for, brother.
Until this land is rid of evil, it is as brothers.
Hopefully this won't cost as many lives as the last time. But just so you know, you won't be alone. We have also reunited the elves with their homeland.
And he kind of looks at you puzzled. The elves were gone a long time ago.
In hiding.
In hiding?
Yes, Roman's reach. His evil has spread to the dead spokes. But if you don't believe me, you can go and scout for yourselves. The forest is blooming again. Becoming alive.
So King Thalamir rules still?
Unfortunately, no. He sacrificed himself most honorably.
Who took the throne?
His son and his daughter are now in charge.
And he just kind of looks, well, as king, probably best to look into that, send an emissary, reopen contact. The town was destroyed a long time ago.
It will be rebuilt. Like I said, they were prosperous even though they were in hiding. But they longed to go back to their home.
I don't know what you tell me, all these things. Next thing you're going to say is Bluthok is still alive.
I'll just leave it at that. Also, I don't know if they've reached out, but from what I've been told, the Knoll Nation has come together. I know they were doing trades with Portstown.
It's like the old days. It does me heart good to hear the people are rising up against evil. Coming together once again.
Hopefully that's what it'll take to defeat the coming. There's no way to put it.
We can only hope so.
No.
This island has been separated for so long. And I have yet to talk to the king. I'm not looking forward to that.
The king. They're a bunch of bastards.
Oh, humans can be selfish.
Selfish? The king down there. Something completely different.
Sure, it hasn't changed since I left.
Probably not.
Okay, well, hopefully my compatriots would find some information out since we've been here. I should be on my way. We should be out of your town here shortly.
And he kind of reaches up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Harker, don't forget who you are and where you came from.
I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. I take it day by day.
And he nods at you as you both exit the area to walk out. All right. Arlo, Zormir, Galtier, what are you doing?
Going down to the docks to find Blaylock.
Okay. You walk for a bit, and as you get toward the main entrance of the city, you see Blaylock kind of walking your way.
Greetings.
Look how big he is. He stands above everybody.
His nose.
I know, right?
It's like a flag waving in the wind.
Hi, Blaylock. We come to find you.
Greetings. How fares your trip to the king? Where's Grayson?
He stood behind to read the book. We figured we would come and find you.
Well, I have secured us passage tomorrow if we plan to leave. He will not wait for us, though, if we plan to go to Cape's Vassal, not to Portstown. I still have yet to meet the captain who makes that voyage to Portstown and back.
Well, how fast can you read? We have an all-access pass for you to read at the library.
I'm all for the acquisition of knowledge, but is that prudent?
No. We did this for you.
What?
You said you wanted to read some of those books. So if we got a day, we got a day. Let's not waste it. You can see what you can find in it.
Let's go and see what we can find.
Okay.
So we'll start heading that away.
You head down toward the museum, and still a lot of commotion going on. You see things getting carried out, and still you see Rock bound and against the wall, and the others that you've worked with. And you kind of see one dwarf there that's kind of managing traffic flow of all this stuff going on, shouting out orders and things.
As we walk by Rock, I just go, boom.
And you see his face just crunch up and his eyes narrow. He just looks at you and just a constant stare as you go by.
Smile and wave as I walk by.
Was Rock the one that freed Zormir?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so. Yeah.
Rock was your
the
escort.
crazy one. Yes, he was the crazy one.
Boom.
And I'll go up to the person who seems to be in charge. Excuse me. Is it possible to peruse some of these tomes that are stored here?
He takes a look at you up and down. Well, why would I let you look at the tomes?
We have business here to discover anything we can.
Oh, you don't look like you're part of the guards. You look like civilians, outsiders at that.
Didn't we get something from the king?
You don't know that.
Well, not yet.
Didn't we get something from the king? Like a little slip or something like that?
You did
Arlo
not.
has the paper.
Oh, I can't remember if that was part of that or not. Okay, well,
Nope.
okay, well, and I obviously don't know. Well,
Sorry.
Yes, we are outsiders.
our business is most pressing. It's in regards to the efforts we made in Uthmelanon and our journey to secure the safety of these lands.
Yeah, but unless you're part of the guards, I see no reason to let you look through the records of our local museum.
Oh, stop giving him grief. We have permission from the king. Arlo,
Fine.
get over here.
Yes. I was
What
I was trying to be like Grayson.
What?
Give him a
And
scowl.
leaving us all in suspense?
Did I pick a fight?
Here. This is from the king to allow us to look at everything.
He takes it, unrolls it. Yeah, right this way. He takes you over, and you see a stack of probably 6 to 7 very large books. There you go. Enjoy your bedtime stories.
Can we take them?
Absolutely not. Property of the city. The note said you had permission to browse through them, with one of us standing nearby.
Well, gentlemen, we have some work to do, and
I don't know how much use I'm going to be here.
can you read?
Very, very slowly, yes.
Good. You can very slowly read through this tome. It's small, and it might have a picture. And I'll give it to him.
Okay. So you all taking a book to read?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
And you're going to spend the next...
I'll just start divvying up the books to everybody. We're looking for anything in regards to the shard, their locations, anything that's closely related to what we've discovered so far.
Okay. I need all of you to roll an intelligence check.
Wow,
Except
we got
for
to the
Grace.
dice roll early today. Ugh.
Oh, wow.
That was in intelligence, you said?
Yep.
Zormir had his smart food today. 19.
19. Nice. Okay.
Arlo's 12.
I got 13.
23.
All right. Galtier and Arlo, you're able to read for a couple hours looking through the notes, and you just you notice your mind just wanders. You're reading it, but like you're not really paying attention.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Blaylock and Zoromir, on the other hand, you're digging in and intently. In fact, Blaylock, you look over at Zoromir and you're actually quite shocked. He's pouring through the books and like even looks interested on his face as he turns page to page and he's looking through everything. And every time he comes across a picture of an artifact, you just hear him say, "Nice," and then keep going, and he reads some more. And what you see that you both notice that the other two did not, there does seem to be a pattern of things moving in and out. Certain artifacts would go on display, and then they would get rotated out for other artifacts. There's only so many pedestals for them to be put on. But you notice that it would be probably a month or two before those artifacts would cycle back through. And Blaylock and Zormir, give me both a perception.
Wow. 26.
26. Okay.
6.
Great. Blaylock, you're really enjoying this reading about all this historical items. And you notice the pattern, but you don't think much of it. Zormir, what you notice is as the artifacts rotate back in, they're written in a different kind of ink. Not all of them, only some of them. And when those ones in the different ink rotate out a third time, they never return.
Hey, come get a load of this. Tell me if I'm going crazy. It's kind of dark in here. I can't tell if my eyes are going. I go over to Blaylock. See here, when this comes in, this goes out, this comes in, and I'm like the Charlie on the board, laying everything out for Blaylock. See how the it's just me, or is the writing changing? Do you see that?
I see. Do I see the different colored ink?
Yeah,
No,
yeah. He's pointing it out to you. Yeah.
Okay. I did not. Wait, and then I'll start going through my tomes as well and see if I see the same thing.
And you notice the same thing, the same trend.
That is a keen eye. That I did not. Well, that's. What was the last series of items that was removed? Look at those. And
look to the back of the book.
Look at that. And what do we see at the back of the book? Do we see that there was still in the middle of the process, or does it look like it's tapered down? What do we see?
You kind of, you look over and you see Galtier and Arlo, and they got one hand on their cheek, and you just see them flipping a page, like just flicking the page, going through theirs. And then as you guys...
This is so boring. I don't understand any of this.
I don't know how they can sit there and read so intently.
This, I'm telling you, I'm about ready to stick his dagger in my eyes.
I go over to Arlo, and Zormir being unusually serious, I thwack him with the tome. Hey, pay attention. This is serious.
Dude, I am serious.
I heard those
Sorta.
murmurs.
Well,
So-
you of all people should find this boring.
As you both get to the ends of your books, you notice now there's a short list of shipping logs. And while these were being rotated out, it shows that they were shipped to other museums in Drakenwald. One in Portstown, one in Cape's Vassal, one on the Arnathan Plateau. And one in Castle Verminia, too.
What was the third one?
Arnathia.
Third one was Arnathan Plateau, and the fourth one was Castle Verminia.
I didn't even realize that was a place on the map. So right now.
I'm not surprised.
Thanks. It blends in with the thing and the thing.
The thing and the thing.
Of course it does.
Well, I see we have much to investigate when we revisit these towns, and this we have yet to even visit these particular cities. That is an unknown.
Is there any names with them?
Yeah, what are the names? Do we get the names from the museums there?
It must be in another book
just the
because
museum?
they're listed by like a lot number, so it'd be like Artifact 1H76 or whatever. But you've not yet found a key that identifies what the letters and numbers stand for.
We should present this to the authorities here and at least note that the museums are worthy of investigation if and when we revisit these towns. It appears that these items circulated into a point and then were eventually shipped off to these other museums, possibly another front. So we should be on guard.
Do I notice a trend in what the items are?
No, because since they're identified by that lot number, it's hard to tell what they are.
Oh, the items themselves are identified.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna look through the. Presumably, we didn't grab all of the books to look through. I'm gonna look through the other books and see if anything identifies by lot number.
Okay. What's everyone else wanting to do? You've already spent a few hours here, 4 or 5 hours.
I'll talk with the guard and I'll tell him what we found here from what the tomes we've went through.
Okay. He seems interested, makes a note of it, and mentions that he will make sure that information is relayed to the official people that'll be going through all this over the next few months.
And thank you. Is there? Can we look around? I mean, are there still artifacts there, or are they all being hauled out?
A lot of them have already been boxed up, and
so there's nothing really on display or anything.
Not on display.
What am I seeing around there? I'm just seeing just boxes and everything.
Boxes and
one
people all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling people out of various areas and pulling even more scrolls and logbooks and stuff out of the back. There's obviously a lot of documentation here.
Zoramir, if you're finished, we should go.
Do I find anything?
Well, this would be happening at the same time, so this is when you choose if you want to continue going through books or leave.
Wait, 1 second. I just want to. I walk up to the pile of books and I start flipping through. I just want to see if anything says what all these lot numbers are.
Well, if you need more time, we can depart and begin preparation for tomorrow and wait for Grayson.
And surprisingly, after you finish that sentence, Grayson comes walking through.
Grayson!
You see the dwarf. No, you're not allowed back here. Probably with them.
He's with us, guardsman. Thank you.
Yes. Hey, I need a ale and beer.
Well, go get one if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah. King's decree, I have to watch you.
Let's go watch us at the bar then.
No.
God forbid you enjoy doing your job.
We have discovered much, and I'll regale while Zoramir's going through the looking for the codes. I'll regale him with with what we've found so far with the color coding.
Sure.
And the museums.
Seems Hamish has been very busy.
This was quite the coordinated effort that it seems we've only seen just the beginning, just a smidgen of what he has been doing. We should certainly seek out these other museums and root them out with the local authorities, at the very least, in Portstown and Cape's Vassal, seeing as we have some connection with the authorities.
I would agree.
This these other two places, Castle Verminia, which you seem to be keen on not ever visiting, and
Not that I don't want to go back. I just know it's going to be difficult.
yes, and the Arnathan Plateau, that is an unknown. Do you know of these places? Or of
I've
the
heard of them,
Arnathan
but-
Plateau?
I've heard of it, but I never did travel there.
Mm.
I spent most of my time around the Dead Spokes
Mm.
in Portstown.
Mm.
Tried to stay as far away from Castle Verminia as I could.
Well, tomorrow in the morning, we can have passage to Cape's Vassal if we are ready to depart.
I don't think we could get any more information from here. From what I've gathered through the book and talking to the king, whoever wrote that book was not much of a historian.
Mm.
It was more of short stories. But what I did find out did not bode well. So when they finally toppled Roman's tower, no body was ever recovered. Not sure if he was helped by your mother and her time travel. Who's to say he was even still there when they destroyed it?
Mm. He, even then, even had the power of the Lich, if I am correct.
Not quite sure if he had turned by then or not.
Mm.
There's no real history or knowledge that I know of.
Who would ever document such a thing?
You would be surprised.
Mm.
These people
Well-
do like to talk about themselves,
Mm.
but it's not like it's something we would find out in the open. Also, I found out that the Black Dragon Quelladon was not from here originally.
Really?
He came here and decided he was going to stay and terrorize the island.
You just noticed Zormir stopped flipping through the book for a second.
He appeared to have been known to make unfair and unjust deals with people to his favor.
Hmm. Interesting.
So, we do know that when he was finally killed, they separated his body, buried it in different parts of the island so he could not be resurrected.
Now,
A
you
large
still
chunk.
speak of the dragon, not Broman Karth, correct?
Yes.
That makes sense. Scattering
Apparently
the
what-
dragon.
Larger pieces of the body were taken down, and that's what the part of what the black wall was made out of.
Is this superstition to desecrate a dragon's body in such a manner, or is there truth to a dragon coming back in this fashion?
Well, we already know that wizards can become liches. So can dragons.
I am a dragon lich.
It's best that we never find one.
I can't even fathom such a creature.
But with as dangerous as he has been when he was alive, I'm pretty sure death is only a temporary stop.
Hmm.
We need to be very careful.
Hmm.
We have less knowledge of what's actually going on here than we thought.
We are discovering more variables to our current conundrum than I care to contemplate. They just keep piling more unanswered questions, more unknowns.
Exactly.
We're not discovering anything new. We're discovering how much we don't know.
Unfortunately, that's true. But the good thing out of this is when it does come down to it, we can be sure that the dwarves are going to have our backs like the elves. We are not alone in this fight. This island wants to be free from the evil just as much as we want to defeat it.
How... We should... I wish there was a way to communicate with them in a fashion that would not take weeks to get a response.
Well, I feel that at this point, all we can do is prepare and let them know any knowledge that we come across, keep them in the loop. You were also saying that one of your old party members was helping the Knolls get back together. That could be a great ally in this as well.
We may have to call on him to rally the nations. This would be a most difficult task for him. As you know, the Knolls are not not a race in high regard amongst men.
No, but if what you say is true, and what I saw in Portstown before we left, that's a good sign of them at least working with other races.
Imagine the races of Drakenwald storming Lake Starshine and this tower.
I do think that the king from Castle Vermania is going to be the toughest sell.
You know more of this than I. I have only heard of the king through you and various gossip.
Well, we already know he doesn't treat his people very well. We found that out just by visiting Fort Tembris.
Arlo, what say you?
I'm with you guys. I mean, this is more your fight. They have your family. I'll just be their sword for you. I'll follow you where you need to go. I've got nothing else to do.
Well,
I'm
we've learned everything
unsure
we
of how
can.
reassuring that is, because this is most dangerous. Galtier?
I'll be there as well. I have nowhere to go, and I know where the dragon is, and I don't feel like fighting him by myself.
Zoramir,
She
I know
will have to be addressed
your drive.
eventually.
What? Did you say my name?
I did. We know what your drive is to seek your family.
Did I
This
hear
will-
something about Knolls?
Yes, your friend Scar.
We're gonna have to meet up with Scar again?
Yes.
I assume he has the same temperament against you that most people do.
He shot me on purpose.
Sure, there was a reason.
Mm.
There's many times I wish I could have shot you as well.
And Scar was a temperamental one. He makes you seem like a calm innkeeper.
Well, I I'd like to meet this one.
Maybe someday you will.
Well, if he has a piece of the shard, I'm going to meet him eventually.
Galtier, if we are done here, you and I have some work to do.
You talking about that staff with the non-talking man?
Yes, with Leo. I would like your assistance if possible. There is much to be done.
What time are we taking off in the morning then?
DM, what time did he say? Did the Captain what's his butt say?
Just not long past sunrise.
That's what I thought. We should be there in the morning at sunrise.
All right.
Now, I may have forgotten to tell you that passage will be costly. However, if we decide to work on the ship, it will be free.
How costly?
Was it 5 gold a pop?
Okay.
I'd rather pay 5 gold than to work.
DM, was that 5 gold a pop?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But you
So
don't want to sing any sea shanties for your dinner?
Oh!
Of all people in this group, Zoromir could sing a sea shanty.
Valheim.
Yeah, because doesn't halflings sing and dance?
Well, that's a
what
post-show
I've heard.
thing.
that is the,
Those are but my ancestors.
hmm.
They told me the stories, but they did not teach me the songs and dance they would do.
Well,
And I suggest we rest up.
I
Yeah.
particularly look forward to Cape's Vassal. It has been too long since we have seen, at least Zoromir, you and I.
Yes.
It's been too long since we have seen where
Perhaps-
our venture began.
Perhaps we could visit. Hold up.
No,
Notes.
we will not.
Visit the Toasty Dragon and take a look at Problem Solver once more.
I believe we've had this discussion before. Grayson, we will speak more on this later.
Did I find anything while I was looking through the books?
You started looking through, looking for a key, but then as they started mentioning things that interest you, you kind of weren't really paying attention, so you did not find anything.
Well, I am going to head back to my room.
Okay, the rest of you?
What
I
time
want
is
to
it?
head to my room as well, but I want to head back to the kingdom once more and inform. What's his name? What was the handyman?
Geffen?
Geffen.
Geffen. About the other museums and where they were, and that items were sent to each one of them. And if maybe the king had any kind of pull that when we got there.
Oh, yeah, Blaylock forgot to tell him that, didn't they? Oops.
Man up!
Well, you told me what you found out. So
Yeah.
I just
But I don't. Yeah, we didn't tell you that. We already told you.
So I am trying to see if Geffen will have the king maybe reach out to those cities, saying
So, like,
that-
by the time we
Bye.
get there,
Okay. All right. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I believe Blaylock wanted to work on Leo
Mm,
and ask for my assistance.
Okay.
That would help all I can.
Halfling didn't do a good enough job helping out with just messing everything up. Just messing up the staff.
would you
All
like
right.
to work on the staff with me?
It's okay. I have reading to do.
Got some pictures to look at.
All right. Arlo?
So what time of day did you say it was?
It's
Evening?
it's in around dinner time ish.
Yeah, I'd like to go grab something to eat because I'm hungry and I want to work on my katana. I want to hone it.
When I get back to my room, I'm gonna work on the whip too.
All right. Grayson, when you talk to Geffen, he finds that quite interesting and is arranging for the king to send out paper birds to the various areas to inquire and let those areas know that eventually you'll be stopping by and we'll need to look at some of the things that are there. So the rest of you have a meal, banter, and babble back and forth. And eventually head to your room. And Blaylock, since you were first, what are you working on?
Gold here.
Yes, sir.
Please, those gems. Use what I gave you to identify them while I begin working on this staff.
Okay. I'll start using my fancy hat.
Be careful. I like that hat.
Well, I was like, why do I need to be careful? It's going to blow my head off.
No.
Mhm.
All right, which one are you
And-
working on?
Me, I'm going to continue working on the scope. Or am I just waiting to insert a gem? Does it still need to be repaired, or am I waiting on gems for that? 'Cause I believe it was 2 diamonds that I needed of 50 gold for the scope.
100 gold piece each, 2 diamonds worth 100 gold piece each. But you can continue to work on it and put the diamonds in at any time.
All right. I gotta find out which one freaking gems I have. Yes. So I'm going to put. I'm trying to find the gems in this abysmal inventory that I've accumulated. Okay. Galtier, I am looking for diamonds, alexandrite, also lapis lazuli, emerald, jade, carnelian.
The scope requires 2 diamonds worth 100 gold piece each. The MVP requires 1 diamond that's 50 gold pieces.
Okay, that's right. Galtier.
Yes, I am working on discerning what these are right now.
Hmm.
That works out because there's 10 gems I don't know and I have 10 charges.
So there are. Well, you should have
I have 11 total.
11
One of them's
total.
an amethyst.
Okay. One's an amethyst, and I thought you had some more as well. It was more in addition to the 11 gems, right?
So I had a few when we left the big pile to help you carry.
Yeah.
But I had like 3, I think, and you had 8.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
that's how I end up with 11 total.
Okay. Got it. Well, what have you gathered? See here.
Still waiting to
And
find
this-
out what I'm finding.
No, you're fine. The I need the diamonds here. I can refine them so that in this area to be used as lenses. Picture lenses that you would put on your head, and I'll point to my goggles. Like, see, and I'll put the goggles down. I need these lenses in some fashion on here. Leo, is that correct? I'll look for a sign from Leo.
Yeah. You want to take him, and then, you put him on the end, and then you wrap him around, and then you kick him in the nuts, and then you just
well,
fasten that to his staff.
Okay. Most of that seems logical. Now, and in here, this processor requires, unfortunately, a rather large alexandrite, and also a diamond, but of lesser quality than the others. More of a focusing conduit here. Not much more, but it is very important. And these dials, they see the 4 missing slots, and each one of these require another diamond, or not a diamond, another gem of the variety that we spoke of.
What, the lapis gems you needed?
Lapis, jade, carnelian, emerald, and I'll point to each one of the slots and that will correspond to it.
Okay.
Be right back.
All right.
It appears that
Yeah, same here.
Mr. Leo here, and then I'll point at Leo, was quite fond of using very expensive gems.
Only the best.
Yes, he was much more privy to expensive gems than we are.
Well, if the orcs wouldn't have got him stuck up their anus when they were ramming the strawberries, oh my god, not again! Not again!
Wow, the orc traditions are rather obscure, to say the least. No wonder they're so angry all the time.
Have I figured out what these gems are yet?
Oh, do you need that information from me?
That's all this RP is about. We're waiting for you to come back with the gems.
You have.
So as this is going, I'm gonna turn to Blaylock and be like, "We're in a town full of dwarves, right? Wouldn't this be a good place to get more gems?"
It
The
would
gems that you have, and these are all worth 500 gold pieces each. That's the size of them. They're pretty sizable gems. You have alexandrite, aquamarine, 2 emeralds, 1 lapis lazuli, 2 diamonds, 2 black pearls, a blue spinel, and a garnet.
Oh, dear. Galtier.
So I found there's 2 diamonds
Yep.
for you.
Good.
Then we have the lapis, alexandrite,
Ooh, I need that, yes.
2 emeralds.
No, just need one of those, yes.
Sorry, I'm missing 2 of them. Drastic.
No jade?
No jade. Blue spinel, garnet, black pearl, 2 black pearls.
Still
1 garnet, and then 1 blue thing. 1 smurf.
one smurf. Well, if you could, I do need this alexandrite.
I'll hand him the alexandrite, the lapis, and the diamonds. I think you need 1 of the emeralds.
The problem is these are much higher quality than we really need. I wonder if we could have these refined so that we're not so wasteful. Is that logical?
Yeah,
DM?
you've worked with gems a good portion with your stuff. You know how to trim a gem down.
Okay, so I can do that. I don't have
Yes.
to go seek someone. Okay, good.
Give me a dexterity check and let me know which one you're cutting.
All right, so, gosh.
I mean, it'll be for all of them. Just give me a dexterity check.
Okay, I'm going to use Flash of Genius because I have no idea because I'm as dexterous as like a moose.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna see his like brain swell.
Okay, did Jeremy say he was helping me?
No,
I don't think you want me to help you.
You don't want him to help you with cutting gems.
12.
12? Okay, fair enough. It's not a super difficult check for what you're doing.
It's
So,
like the gems shatter in front of you.
so you're cutting the emerald, the lapis lazuli,
July, yep.
and 1 of the diamonds. 'Cause
One
you
of
could-
yep.
So you take 1 of the diamonds and you cut it down into 2 of them worth 100, 1 of them worth 50. So the diamond you have left is worth 250. So please note that on your sheet.
Okay.
You cut 1 of the emeralds down into 200. So the one that you have left is worth 300. And I think that's the only ones you're cutting, right?
Yep.
Or the lapis lazuli, same thing.
Yeah. So the lapis lazuli, emerald, and we already addressed the diamonds. Yep.
So that's all of them.
Okay. Well, this was an eventful endeavor. Lots of work, but watch now, and I'll insert the emerald and lapis lazuli into the one at a time into the dial.
All right. You hear the charge or the staff kind of hum as you slide the gem into the slot and kind of spin the dial. And
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Pump him in there.
That was uncomfortable, Leo. So that was insert both of them or just one?
that was both of them.
Okay. And do I have time to be able tonight to be able to insert the put the diamonds and put the rest of it together?
I would say you have time to, if you're wanting to build the MVP.
Yeah.
You can build that. Give me a dexterity check.
Ugh, flash of genius again. Oh lordy.
While he's doing that, would it be
16.
Okay.
Sorry.
would it be worth me heading out to see if I can find the other gems around town if any shops were open?
It's late enough that you would know that there's nothing open.
Okay.
We will have to seek it out in the morning. Oh, we will have to seek it out in Cape's Vassal. There's no time left in the day.
Okay. As you you open a chamber in the staff itself, Leo kind of pointing to it and what to do. You insert the diamonds in and connect a wire to an alexandrite that fits, and it kind of sticks outside of the staff now. You hear the staff it begins vibrating in your hands.
You did it! You did it! Yes! More power!
Leo, what's going on?
You now have you've constructed the mechanical voltage processor, and I'll get that added to it. But as a bonus action, you may use 2 slots to make the staff surge with power, dealing double damage with your next spell attack.
So separate from the staff, I can use 2 slots for my own personal spell reservoir.
If you were to use 2 slots and then cast Fireball, it would deal double damage.
Gosh. Leo, you are a genius. How did you come up with such an amplification? It must be the Alexandrite.
I swear, you don't even listen. You even said it. I'm a genius!
You are, my friend. Well, thank you. And then I'll continue just like eyeballing the staff while for the rest of the evening.
I'm gonna hand him back his fancy hat. I believe I used all the chargers on this.
What did you think? How did it feel to be able to cast in that manner and so freely?
I enjoyed it. Definitely something I haven't done before.
That is something that I've concocted recently. I can store my ability temporarily in items, and it has its uses, as you can see. That was just the beginning.
Is there a limit to what you can store this in?
It just needs to be something that you possess. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be magical. I don't believe so.
I think you said last week it couldn't be magical. It had to be a normal item.
Did I say that?
I thought so.
I'd have to look at that again. That's possible.
Yeah, it had to be a normal item.
Yes. No magical properties before I imbue it. And as you can see with the hat, and then I'll hold up the hat. It has lost its magical Properties. It is just a wonderful hat.
Mhm.
Now put it on my head.
I'm gonna have to trust you when you say it's lost its magical properties. I can't tell the difference.
Well, trust me, it is not magical.
I still have 2 jars, 2 potions I wasn't able to identify due to charges running out.
That's true. We did. Please let me see those, and then I'll cast Identify on
Sweet
those 2.
Lord.
What?
It's 2 potions of heroism.
Okay.
Oh,
That makes it easy.
here, Galtier. Divvy this out as you see fit.
Do I recognize?
I'm telling you what it is. It's a potion of heroism.
Okay. I was like, I should recognize it. I have something else that does that.
Here, would you like me to write on it?
Nah, I think I'll remember what that is.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't have the fancy hat anymore. Don't have that. Okay, sorry.
You know, that's an excellent idea. A mark to know that I have here. Let me see that for a moment. And I'm gonna use magical tinkering or no prestidigitation. I'm gonna scribe a little minotaur with 1 horn and gears for eyes on the bottles.
Okay. Sure. As you wave your hand over it, you just see it over the glass.
Thank you, Galtier. You have been most helpful.
Oh, no problem. It was all your magic hat.
All right. Grayson worked on his whip, and Arlo.
22. That's a strength, correct?
Dexterity.
You would be.
You're not beating it into submission. You're finessing it.
Fine. 18.
Okay, that's a success. All right. Anyone else doing anything for the evening?
I will retire to my room and read another chapter of my book.
Okay. Nope. There we go.
DM's turning us all into scholars.
I know.
Oh, actually, my camera is frozen. Can we fix this real quick?
Okay, turn it back on.
Doesn't Jeremy need to turn it off?
Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go.
I stepped away for a second.
Okay,
Did you
Galtier and Grayson. Whenever Grayson comes back.
Yep.
There he is. All right. How long do you want to spend reading it?
I want to read through one more potion.
Okay, so 4 hours.
4 hours? Holy crap.
Yep.
Okay.
Garuda's Spite, Death's Embrace, Open Mind, or Kosit's Kiss.
Death's Embrace.
Okay. Give me a medicine check.
11.
You've read a lot of books today. And even though this one has some interesting topics, you read it all, but you didn't really focus on it. You were kind of thinking about other things and different things popping in your head, and maybe you'll do better reading it another time.
I just fold it up and put it on my nightstand and crawl into bed.
Okay. Anyone else?
Is he in his bed or is he in my room again?
You tell me.
I went to my room.
Okay. So, everyone lays down for the evening and rests. Minds finally at ease, a general direction, and the thought of adventure once again coming to the party. Morning comes. You wake up just as dawn is breaking. What do you want to do?
I'll wake up and redo my potions real quick.
All right.
And then
Go downstairs.
Go downstairs.
All right. Arlo, you notice that the sun is rising and not everyone's down here yet.
Well, I'm gonna run back upstairs and start beating on doors.
Okay.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. We got a ship to catch. Up and at 'em. Let's go.
So early.
We
Come on.
need to hurry. We are running late.
Grace ahead.
10 more minutes.
Now.
You will be gone all by yourself.
It might be for the best.
Zorm, if you don't get up, I'll see if Blaylock can have Leo shock you again.
Start gathering my stuff up.
Okay. Grayson?
I was heading to the docks.
Okay.
He's already there. He's just you guys.
He wasn't drinking last night. He woke up just fine. All right. Did you want to take off before the rest of them, or are you going to be in the...
I'll wait downstairs.
Okay. So
How kind.
you all come down and head to the docks. Blaylock, you see Captain Wren waiting for you. Well, he's not really waiting. He's untying the ship right now to leave.
No, we're here. We're here. We're
Well, I
here.
wondered if you'd make it. So, these are our new deckhands.
What? What, Blaylock?
Yes.
Did he just say deckhands?
Yes. I told you I secured us passage.
I thought you were kidding about the deckhands.
You can pay if you wish.
All money's good here. Either way, as you enter, and he looks at Blaylock since you're there in the front, deckhand or money?
Deckhand.
Welcome aboard, skipper. Hop on in. That hat fits you perfectly, by the way. I am quite jealous.
It is a fine hat.
It is a extremely fine hat. Wouldn't mind. Maybe we'll play some cards later, and I can see about the ownership of that hat.
Some stab and grab?
Not here, but you must be here to be a deckhand with that kind of personality. What will it be?
Wow, what kind of skills does one need to be a deckhand here?
Well, we could always use someone to man the cannons if we need
Man,
them,
cannons.
or
I
clean
can
the
do
deck.
that. You said cannons.
Welcome aboard, Powder Master. And what would be your name?
You could call me Z.
Powder Master Z. Hop on in. And he looks at Grayson. And what will it be with you, sir?
5 gold. Just walk past
Yeah,
him.
you... Well, welcome aboard, passenger. Don't chip a nail on the way in. And Dragonborn.
Do you need security?
I mean, we're on a boat.
Well, your deckhands could get out of hand. Somebody needs to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I think security wouldn't do us much good if there's a mutiny.
Am I allowed to fire the cannons at will?
No. How about babysitter? Make sure your companion doesn't blow us all to pieces.
I could do that.
And your name?
Arlo.
Welcome aboard, babysitter Arlo. And he looks at Galtier. Last one, I'm guessing?
Yep, I'm bringing up the rear. I can help. Just don't put me up high in this ship.
You don't want to be in the bird's nest, the crow's nest?
Only if you want puke on the poop deck.
Ah. Welcome aboard. What's your name?
Gold tier.
Swabby Gaultier. Go ahead and grab a bucket and get to work. Welcome aboard. You may not puke yourself, but you may be cleaning some up for yourself. And he unties the last rope, runs up the deck plank, and kicks the board down as the sails unfurl, and off on an adventure you head into the sea. Let's see here. And you sail for a good portion of the day. Clear skies, good winds. Captain always seems to have a smile on his face. The crew in general is all pretty pleasant. Zormir, you have several of them keeping a close eye on you, but also teaching you how to fire the cannons and operate the gunpowder and those kind of things. And eventually, as the sun begins setting, you are running just north of the Ice Flame Peaks. Galtier, you get a tingle.
Oh no!
In the back of your neck, and as you're swabbing the deck, you look to the south, off the side of the ship.
Oh no!
And in the far distance, you see.
Oh no!
And you see this massive shadowed creature that you recognize land on the peak of the mountain. And you see its head move back and forth before, shortly after that, you hear the piercing cry. That's how far away it is coming from it. And as you're staring at this creature, the captain comes up next to you. Fascinating, isn't it?
The only fascinating one's not trying to kill you.
Oh, she never leaves the peaks.
You sure about that?
As long as you don't sail too close, then you might end up as a snack. Snap!
How many times have you seen her up there and she's not come down to visit you?
She stays up there when we come out. We give her wide berth. Don't encroach on her lands. Never gives us any problem, but I can't say that for anyone else that comes through. His hair blowing in the wind. Majestically.
Like, if you say so, Captain. But if she gets closer, I'll let you know.
She's no problem. Not like we could do anything anyways, right? What are you gonna do? Swing a mop at her?
Javelin it. I'm gonna go find the others and let them know that Lystra is not too far away. I'm gonna point out where she's at.
Okay, the others are around. The first one you see is Grayson.
Bad news, Grayson. Lystra's not far away right now.
I have heard.
Just in case.
I would say yeah. Even inside the ship, her voice carries.
There's no chance it's a different dragon, right? Like, I know it's Lystra.
But you can only assume.
I feel. Well, she may have our sense, but hopefully she doesn't follow.
The captain assured me that as long as we give her room, she won't bother us. But I wanted to inform everyone.
But he doesn't know the fact that we killed her children and stole her hoard.
Yeah, I didn't share that with him.
So what she used to do may not be what she's going to do.
Exactly. I'm going to look for the next one.
Okay, you see Arlo. And he's standing over top of Zoromir, and Zoromir looks up at you, and his face is just black with gunpowder. You look around at the other ship workers there, and there's a visible sign of frustration and fear. As they're kind of, and they're like, no. This is explosive. You cannot light things around here. You will all die.
Do I still have the mop bucket with me? Like, did I carry that? with me?
No.
Damn. Just gonna dump it on him. Look, Z, stop playing.
Why?
Leestar's on the mountain, not too far from us.
What? Man! Arm the cannons! Get to the ammo!
Calm down.
Packing the cannons!
Calm down.
And all of a sudden,
she won't attack.
he reaches up with the burning smolder he had in his hand and hits one of the cannons, and across the ocean, you just hear.
Who let him in here?
And you just all, Arlo and everybody has it like a ringing in their ears.
We must prepare for battle!
Galtier, he's been like a 5-year-old for the last 25 minutes. Ever since they showed him the ember.
Can I choke him out and make him sleep for a little bit?
Oh, God.
You can roll a grapple against strength versus strength.
Are we doing this?
Sounds like it.
I've never once won one of these.
You might.
I don't think it's going to change today.
I got a 20.
I got a 9. Zormir's weak.
Good night.
So you grab a hold of him and kind of just, and the crew is looking at you and looking at Arlo, and Arlo, you're getting this look of like, should we get involved?
I would think the captain would be pissed off that a fucking cannon just went off.
I think you guys might well let me just put him to sleep. And I gotta ask, because how you would choke somebody out, does Galtier feel his horn that's underneath or anything?
Well, his head is small, so it's not like it's ramming into your chest like that. But his neck feels very solid.
Okay.
Galtier, I know you want to choke him out, but we're being watched, and we are visitors on board.
Do we want him to set up another cannon, or we want him to calm down first?
We're going to talk to the captain and find a different job for him.
I thought you said Leistra was there.
She is, but the captain assures that she won't attack us. I'm letting everyone know.
You didn't say that.
You didn't listen to me. You jumped the gun there.
And then you set the gun on fire, and then it shot, and then now we're all
now there's a
looking
chance that she might be attacking us because you shot a cannon off.
And you hear footsteps, and down comes the captain. So, I enjoy having a good time and all, but can someone tell me why we just launched a cannonball into the ocean?
They told me we were in imminent danger. I was put in charge of the guns. I was doing
question for you. How much can he talk while he's still being choked out?
You really can't.
I'm still being choked out.
Yeah, you're still being choked. Like, you're not knocked out.
Captain, can we find a new job for him?
Should I be concerned about what's going on here?
This is for everybody else's safety.
No.
You know, everyone has a little problem at one point or another with premature firing of their cannon. And as small as he is, maybe we forgive him this time. And he kind of squats down in front of you. We're not going to have it again, are we?
I was just trying to protect the ship.
Yes, yes. Heart's in the right place. Make sure that the ember is in the right place as well.
I will do my best to do my duty, Captain.
And he kind of stands up and taps Galtier on the arm, of kind of like, you can let him go.
I'll let him drop.
Ugh. Why? Everything was under control.
If everything was under control, why did that cannon get shot into the ocean and possibly trigger Lystra to attack us?
You came down here in a panic, made me think we were under attack.
Pretty sure I wasn't in a panic.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell with you sometimes. Still trying to get used to your mannerisms.
Z, I think you need a break for right now. Let's just put the ember up. Go wash your face before the captain throws you overboard.
Before some sharks get you. Or werefish, sorry.
Some were sharks.
Yeah, there probably are were sharks now.
After, with all the commotion going along, Blaylock, you kind of hear this going on.
I'm in the middle of creating 2 unseen servants.
Okay.
I'm creating 2 unseen servants, one in the fashion of a minotaur, very similar to the first edition turret, but it's just a little minotaur, and then the second edition turret, which would be a lizard. Okay, so basically these are just little servants that I can put them on little tasks, and I'm also
you realize they are unseen servants, so they're invisible, right?
No, these are tiny servants, not unseen.
Okay, you said unseen.
Oh, okay, tiny servants.
Okay,
tiny. So tiny servants. Okay, and in the middle of my duties, I'm going to be working with them to teach them a little sea chanty dance, and I'm also going to be in the meanwhile I'm going to be putting in my sniper rifle. Since it is common, it is now a sniper rifle with the ability to cast pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Okay. Once that's complete and in order, I'll go up to the captain. Captain.
Why, yes.
How about a show for your crew?
And he's kind of grabs your arm and he motions for you to follow him up onto the main deck. And he takes you over to the side of the ship. And he points right at your eye. And he motions for you to follow his finger. And he points into the horizon where you see a giant a dragon resting on top of one of the mountain peaks.
That's a dragon. That's a familiar dragon.
Maybe a show for another time.
Maybe that is wise. I'm going to gather up my tiny servants. Now, let me just gather up.
Yes, please take your toys back.
No, they can work. They can do some work.
Oh,
here.
yes.
Yes, I'll send them out to go cleaning up, like, just debris, and then throwing the debris overboard.
Okay. All right. Does anyone want to do anything as you go into the evening?
I would like to inform Blaylock that is Lystra, and just so he's aware as well.
Okay.
That there are not too many white dragons that I'm familiar with. That one, even at this distance, is quite familiar.
Well, you never know. She had more somewhere else other than the ones we killed in her cave. So,
well, that is the Ice Flame Peaks there, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Interesting. Well, I am glad you still have eyes on her. How does it feel being this close to her again and in sight?
Well, I don't like that we're on a boat, but as long as what the captain says is true and she doesn't realize that we're here, I'm hoping we have a safe passage.
That ability of yours, that's not reciprocal, is it? In
It is
other
not.
words, can she sense you?
No, it's only one way. She doesn't even realize it's on her, probably.
Good. I would not want to be in her gaze in this respect, and as helpless as we are on a boat.
We had to remove Zoramir from being a powder monkey.
I was protecting the ship.
Is that why there was a large explosion?
What is the point of having cannons here if one's not going to use them?
And
As soon as you say that, the captain, who's not, I mean, he's a fair bit. You just see him without even blinking. 'Cause of pirates.
You know, something on the sea that the cannons can reach.
Well, and I'm gonna just do the same thing that the captain did to me. I'm just gonna look at Zoramir and I'm gonna point at his eye, and then I'm going to point out on the horizon, and I'm gonna point Zoramir towards the dragon.
Okay.
That her?
It is. We should not draw attention to ourselves. I nearly gave us away.
Well, if she decides to come this way, I am now an expert cannon master, and I think those might put a dent in her quite nicely.
You
I
think
walk
you can
by
hit a
and I
flying
just say,
dragon?
You're an idiot.
Here comes Grayson in the back.
Turn around and surprise, what did you get here?
Shouldn't you be working?
Did you not hear me working?
No. I heard you screwing up again.
Just ensuring the cannons are in tip-top shape, and they are. I'll lean against the cannon proudly.
Okay. Zoramir, Blaylock, what do you want to do going into the evening? Everyone else is taken care of.
Still see the dragon.
It's evening now. You can't see much in the distance.
I will continue working on my scope.
Oh,
If I am done with my duties for the day, I'll seek out the captain.
Yep.
Or am I finished for the evening?
Of course. Get some rest.
Thank
Enjoy the sea air. It's best at night.
you. I'm gonna take the staff and I'm gonna begin finishing up the scope.
All right. Give me an intelligence check.
What is with these rolls? 14.
That is not a success. Zoramir, what are you doing?
I'm gonna finish. Just put a polishing sheen on the cannons, and then how big is this ship?
It's pretty good size.
Like, are there multiple masts?
I mean, I'm not a ship aficionado.
Okay, I am going to climb my way up to the crow's nest on one of the masts.
Okay.
Typically in a sea-bearing ship, there'd be multiple masts there.
I think probably two. Probably one big one, one smaller one.
Yeah. That's
Sure.
Right.
So you can go up in the crow's nest. What do you want to do once you're up there?
Oh, I was expecting like a dex check or something to make sure I didn't fall as I was climbing
No,
up.
you're not in a rush. You take your
Well,
time.
since you asked.
I'm just watching, waiting for you to fall or puke.
Or pee over the edge.
That's where I'm going to spend the night. I'm going to get up there, enjoy the fresh air. After I just take in the horizon for a little bit, staring out, seeing if I see any big creatures surface in the waves.
You're probably not the only one up there. You do realize that.
Am I not?
No, Crow's Nest is just someone there.
Yeah, there's usually someone always up there, but they pay you no mind.
Oh, okay.
You're just over there sleeping at some dude's feet.
You're away from the
Curled up like a
cannons.
dog.
You're away from the cannons, so they feel this is a better spot anyway, so they're not going to disturb you.
I'm not causing any trouble. I'm gonna try and reread that section that I couldn't quite focus on in the book by moonlight.
Okay. So you spend 2 hours, just a short bit of time, rereading through everything. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
14.
Okay. So, as you're focusing now, reading it in the moonlight, you better understand what the concoction does. Death's Embrace is coated on a weapon. On a failure, when you attack something, that when you have this on your blade, it causes the user's muscles to tense and lock up, rendering them paralyzed. Large and huge creatures take an additional 1d4 rounds for the poison to take effect. All other creatures, the effect is instant. This effect lasts 1d6 plus 1 rounds and has no known cure. If coated on a weapon, it lasts 10 minutes or until contact is made. It requires 1 Azurabaka, 2 Turbis, 1 Ashline, and 4 Colewort. And I'll send you all of that later.
I have those in my back pocket.
Right next to the meat.
Yep. I'm seasoning the meat.
All right. You fade into sleep, everybody, and all of you are awakened by a gentle rocking back and forth of the boat. Rocking and rocking. The sun not shining today, cloudy. As you round the peak, where you see high plateaus off in the distance. And I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw. And Zormir, you make yours with disadvantage because you're far away from the center of gravity.
I have advantage on con. Do I still have disadvantage?
So it's a straight roll.
Well, that didn't help. 8.
Okay, that's a failure.
I'm puking everywhere.
16.
26, you said?
Yep.
Okay, 16. Those are both saves. Galtier?
30.
17.
17. Okay. Arlo?
Awesome.
Good number.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So everyone but Zormir, like you're unsteady on your feet, but you're keeping it in. Zormir kind of raises up, pulls himself up onto the side of the crow's nest, and just over the side. And Galtier, as you get up and you're cleaning part of the deck, you just hear splatters just on the deck.
I just cleaned that.
I look up, like, God damn it, Zormir!
Oh, sways so much up here.
Because you're super high in the air.
You are C6, so you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, is seasickness in my conditions list here?
It would not.
Gotta go over and start re-cleaning that spot, just murmuring.
Got here. Thus, you have not learned yet that what I am capable of, and I'll come over there and I'll just prestidigitate the vomit and then throw a little globule out over the side.
Nice.
I feel like
Grayson,
that defeats the purpose.
Grayson, you were saying something?
Nope.
Okay. So you go about your day. you go about your day-to-day as you come around the Arnathan Plateau. The captain pointed out, Arnathan, ever been to the plateau?
No.
Small town there. Neat place. Don't make it there much myself. It's a bit inland, if you know what I'm saying.
What is the town called?
Doesn't really have a name. Just more
What?
of a settlement. It's not a town as much of a place.
Interesting.
What's the place like?
Haven't been there in many years, but it was a lot of nomads. They go about their business, but they have curious interests. But hey, my interest is of the sea.
Your description of the settlement raises more questions than answers.
Well, what's life without more mysteries? That's what keeps it exciting.
It's what if it is not known that it is annoying.
I mean, imagine if everyone walked around naked. No mystery, no excitement.
I'm not sure that I understand. How is someone's genitalia? Never mind.
And you go around, and as dusk settles in, the captain calls for everyone to come up on deck. Everyone, come.
Crawl down.
I just wanted to say it. The hair on the back of my neck is standing up. We could be in for some rough weather coming up. I just want to make sure everyone's prepared, and well, you look a little green in the gills. He looks over at Zormir.
Last time I'm sleeping up there.
And as he's speaking,
The music.
one of the guy looks over the side of the ship. Captain, whirlpool,
Oh no.
and the water is churning.
Whirlpool. What?
Not a large one. And it swirls faster and faster. And everyone comes over and is looking down at it. And all of them are grabbing a weapon of some sort in case something comes out. And the captain, steady, it might be that Kraken again.
Oh no.
Excuse me. Again?
There's worse things than a dragon.
To the cannons!
That's not gonna help you here.
No? What will help us here?
And as you're looking,
Blaylock, didn't you read that Ishtab fella released something into the ocean?
Ishtab, he was very adept and familiar with some of these creatures of the sea.
why, yes, I was. It's me, Ishtab. From behind
Wait,
you,
what?
you turn and see, in all his glory,
Full pants.
Ishtab in a beautiful set of purple pants.
I feel like I need to do some kind of check to make sure I don't crap myself.
And the whole crew, captain included, is like looking back and forth. And my friends, it's been so long. How have you been?
Oh, Ishtab, it is pleasant to finally to see you again.
Yes. I came to stop by because I have not heard from my friend Nemoria. she has not brought any prayers to me, and I wonder, is Nemoria being a bad girl? Or is she leave me like she did her other god? What did I do to upset her so bad? So, I say, oh, Ishtab, we just go see her. And here I am.
You didn't hear the prayers of us as we were trying to save Nemoria, calling for your help?
You didn't hear the prayers of your servant as they cried out in agony before they passed into the beyond?
Ishtab gets very busy. But what do you mean?
She's dead.
Is dead.
What do you... By dead, do you mean she's a heavy sleeper?
I mean, check the bottom of the ocean where her carcass lays when we sent her to the sea.
He stops for a moment, and for once in any conversation you've had with Ishtab, he's quiet.
She
suddenly decided to get serious, huh?
She was a devout follower of you and preached you and your works and your ways to any who came within her presence. Trust me, I sat at her feet and listened to her talk of you, and there she is, dead at the bottom of the ocean, and here you stand, questioning where your follower is, as in true godly fashion, ignorant of those who follow you unless it serves your will.
How does Ishtab know you did not kill her?
Why would we kill her? Why?
You are correct, because if you were a deity of any worth, you would have known what happened to her and where she is now. You only have our word and our merit from how we've assisted you in the past. Like Nemoria assisted you.
He is scowling at Blaylock. I need everyone to make a perception check.
I got 18.
Okay.
16.
17.
Okay, 16, 17.
You said perception?
Yep.
Alright, well, that's a nat 20.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's 24.
Arlo?
22.
Okay. You all notice that while it was dusk, it has grown immensely dark. The clouds are very large and black. The winds have picked up. The water has gotten quite a bit choppier. And you feel that. And Ishtab looks at Blaylock. We are not done. And then, in a splash of water, Ishtab disappears. The crew looking back and forth. The captain kind of scratches his nose. So, anyone want to tell me what that was about?
Firing the cannon doesn't look so bad now, does it?
And he just kind of holds a finger out to you as he's focusing on Blaylock, since he had the majority of the conversation. I typically am notified of things that could severely impact one of the dearest things to me, which is my life. Could someone explain to me what's going on here?
Fortunately, that is a powerful being that wishes to be a god. One of
And you decided to piss in his mead, is how we would put it here.
I decided to give the god a little bit of a reality check on the followers.
Gods don't do reality checks. They form their own reality, and it severely impacts my day to day. I would caution. I hope he doesn't return.
We haven't heard from him in weeks,
Months.
months. I would be very concerned about him. We were not expecting him to show up out of the blue like that.
That was unexpected. I did not realize he was still able to track us.
It's a fortunate coincidence. I feel the same way. I was not expecting him to show up as well, especially here on my ship.
I am certain that we will not see him anytime soon. At least I hope that is the case. If he was to do anything, he would have done so already. I hope that he is seeking the truth of my words, as harsh as they may have been.
And I'm certain I may not have asked the right questions before I invited you on my ship. Does any one of you want to speak and let me know who are you and what is your purpose?
We're just travelers trying to get to our destination. And you were
Travelers
kind enough to help us.
don't bring the company of want-to-be gods onto another person's ship.
Unfortunately, our departed companion foolishly released him from a prison. We figured, with that person being deceased, we would not be dealing with that entity ever again. Obviously, we were mistaken.
Yes.
So
You are aware of Fort Tenebris?
yes, quite.
Well, they seem to have angered this being.
Wait,
And-
and he holds his hands up and puts them over his face. Are you telling me your former companion released this childhood fairy tale that was used to scare children when I was a boy? It's real? And you released
real.
it?
It is real.
It is real. Unfortunately.
Well, that explains the werefish.
I'm sorry, werefish?
Just, if this wasn't bad enough, be careful fishing or dangling toes in the water because, you know, you may be missing the rest of your leg.
Interesting.
Seems worse over around Fort Tenebris. Never really caught them out this way, but it's only a matter of time.
They have spread this far already. Very interesting.
What was that play like?
I'm very curious about these tales of these werefish.
They've
It's
already.
It may be that the situation at Portstown had reverberated even into the sea life
Very, very curious.
Interesting, since we cured the disease in Portstown.
Of the people,
How could it have spread to the fish?
I'm
Yeah,
not sure. They
interesting.
were very.
Insight check.
Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
kidding.
Go ahead if you want.
I would have known. I would not have had any reason to.
I would like to insight check Blaylock.
Of course
Okay.
you would, Dick.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not a good roll. You might be good this time, Blaylock. 10.
Okay. Nah. There's nothing that's set you to be suspicious.
Would it not surprise you that they would not only test their magic on people, but on the sea life?
I wouldn't think so. It's not like they could control them.
We'll see what they would have to gain from having werefish.
Well, all I know is if this thing continues to bother us this way, it severely is going to impact our travel time. As he finishes the phrase travel time, the winds blowing giving you forward movement, they just stop.
Oh no.
And you just kind of skid forward. And he looks at all of you and I definitely don't charge enough.
I wonder.
First mate,
There...
fetch the good ale. I need a drink. And he turns, and the crew is just still looking at you with just a face of absolute horror. They have no idea what they've perceived. They've seen some stuff, and what just happened is beyond their understanding.
Yes, unfortunately, the temperament of a 5-year-old with the powers well above that. He's not so much a god, but if the fairy tales that you've heard are anything like what we've read, he gets more powerful the more followers he has. I'm not quite sure how many people turned to him in our travels.
Not to say this in a bad way, but maybe it is a good thing that Nemoria met her fate, or it could be worse had she got even more followers.
Knowing what we know now, that is an understatement of the situation.
Is it? Are the crew still around?
Yeah, they're slowly dispersing, but yeah, they're still around.
I'm gonna come over to Grayson and
Did you?
no, not
Don't
that screen.
do that.
And they were never heard from again. I'm gonna come in within earshot of Zoramir and Grayson. I may have spoken out of passion and without thought. That was unexpected and may be dire.
You just said it before I did, honestly.
Then I truly am acting impulsively.
I think Grayson is wearing off on you, Blaylock.
I told you that was a bad idea from the beginning. I didn't realize how bad of an idea that was, but you were right, Blaylock. What kind of deity doesn't know when his followers are dead? Especially when it's his main follower.
Yes. DM, if it's possible, is it possible for me to use my gust of wind for my ventilating lungs to try and give us a little push?
I mean, you can for a while, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to try and get in position to be able to do that. Like get to the end of the ship.
The laws of physics say this doesn't work.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
But it's magical world.
I can put on my winged boots and then push it along, and then and then like follow behind it and then push it again.
You have winged boots?
I have winged boots.
All right.
Flying Minotaur.
We go into the evening. What's everyone doing?
Going back to my quarters and working on the whip again.
Okay. Anyone working on stuff? Roll it up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll roll it up for the scope.
Okay.
I would like to seek out the
20.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I'll let you do that first.
Nat 20 is 2 successes.
17.
Okay. That is a success. Arlo?
I failed.
Grayson?
Goes in that 20.
Okay. Zormir, what were you going to do?
If the captain is out and about and available, I would like to seek him out.
You find him as it gets into night, and he's just kind of sitting on the bow of the ship, and he's got a nice bottle of brandy that's half gone, and he's just staring out into the rough seas and night.
Was that bottle fresh when you started?
Yeah. This one and the one before it.
Oh, please don't fall into the ocean. We need you.
I think that might be a better choice than the one that you've laid out for me today.
And I've laid out for you.
You and your friends. And he holds the bottle down to you.
Reach over.
Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we will probably die.
Why would we die tomorrow?
You saw what that was, right?
He's not going to come back. He doesn't,
Yeah.
want anything to do with us. Did a good job with those cannons today, did I?
You are another reason I drink.
You'll give me another swig of that. So, what do you know about halfling pirates?
Halfling pirates, huh? You're talking the legendary pirates.
I was raised on tales of them, but those are but distant memories, and I don't know what was true or what was just tale to make me and my brother fall asleep.
I think we all know that they were true in some form, though as humorous as they would be. Bunch of little halflings running around. It would look like.
Why would that be humorous?
It would look like ants. Ants on the side of a mountain.
I'd never underestimate a halfling. It'd be
Yeah.
quite fearsome.
3 of them would stand on top of each other's shoulders to climb them up to the crow's nest. Maybe 2 of them could stand on top of each other and wear a trench coat and act as a real captain. I don't know.
And we would be the most dangerous standing duo that ever came along. Best believe it.
Maybe. But either way, they're said to have pulled off quite a heist.
A heist of what?
Gold, gems, magical items.
Anything of any importance or just the usual pirate fodder?
Is there ever a usual pirate fodder?
Chests of gold, I would imagine.
Well, as the stories go, they took a ship in through the spires, snaking around all the rivers, somehow unnoticed, into Castle Verminia.
Into Castle Verminia?
Yes, and stole from the king's hoard.
Without him noticing?
By the time he noticed, they were well on their way down the river.
I crack a big smile. See? We might be small, but that makes us good at snagging gold like that.
Yeah. They left quite a mess behind. Curious lot. Seemed to like explosives.
Wonder
Made
where
quite
I
a
got
mess.
that from.
Where you got that from? So you're to tell me Mr. I shot a cannonball into the ocean for no reason, is descendants of these legendary pirates that were probably killed while they were in a drunken stupor in Sidersport.
Well, if they could pull off a heist like that, I doubt they would be killed in such a foolish fashion.
They are halflings. He takes a big drink.
Any rumor of where they're from?
Not around here. Legends say they flew off to a nearby island on their ship and dismantled the ship to build homes, settle and sit upon their hoard like dragons on a dragon hoard.
Sounds like they made enough for generations to come from that heist.
Yeah, if they didn't waste it all on ale.
What else is there to life other than song and food and ale with good company?
He gets a big grin on his face, takes a drink. Women!
Oh, can't forget that. You ever been with a halfling woman?
Come on, I have standards. And he takes a big drink.
So is that all they... Why did they target such a dangerous place like Castle Verminia, right? Castle Verminia, if all they're going to take is gold.
I have a feeling none of them were keen on well-thought-out plans. More about heat of the moment, what they could get their hands on and get away with, rather than well-thought-out adventures.
Doesn't seem like a very heat of the moment attack, but...
Get enough alcohol in you and you'll do whatever feels right for the moment.
Well, isn't that the truth? Another swig?
Sure. He passes the bottle back to you. At this point, it's your last swig finishes off the bottle. It's very
Chuck the
good.
bottle.
So now you're going to throw my trash into the ocean. You are irritating.
When do pirates, or I guess you aren't a pirate, since when do you care about littering?
If you stop in Sidersport, they will refill the bottle.
I quickly glance over at the bottle.
It's floating there into the ocean.
Can we get it?
No. The water's very choppy. You got to remember, it's rough.
You don't want to go where fishing?
Oh, I promise I'll buy you a bottle once we get into port. That's the least I owe you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Shorin will take good care of us once we get to the Vassal.
Oh, you know Shorin too?
Who doesn't know Shorin?
Very true. He's a good man.
Less irritable than the compatriot you are that wants to piss off a wannabe god.
Well, I was assuming you don't try and take his axe there.
Nobody would be foolish enough. Who would even do? It's so stupid.
Just nervously laugh.
I should retire.
I think it's Oh, I think it's about that time. If, like you say, we have such danger ahead of us tomorrow that tomorrow will be our last day, might as well get a good night's sleep in first.
Tomorrow will be our last day. Have you not seen how fast we're moving? Is this your first time on a ship?
Our last day alive, good friend. If the Purple Pants Lord is going to come back in and put us
Under the
Davy
ocean
Jones'
with
locker.
his... Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm not sleeping in the crow's nest tonight. Do you have another bed to spare under the deck?
I would say next to the cannons, but I fear we
I will
wouldn't
sleep next
all
to the
wake up.
cannons then.
Um,
I start trotting off. Have a good night, friend.
I'm gonna need another bottle. And night fades into morning. You sleep later today because it's considerably darker. Almost feels like nighttime as you wake up. The sky stays dark. Lightning crashes in the distance. The thunder roars across the open ocean. What do you want to do?
Cower in a ball in the underneath the ship.
Okay.
Like doesn't want to come make eye
We're
contact.
the worst workers ever.
Okay, that's what Blaylock's going to do. He's cowering in a ball. Arlo, what are you going to do?
I am just going to stand up on the top deck and just stare at all the clouds coming in and trying to figure out why.
Okay.
Nowhere to go.
All right. Galtier?
Wait, has anyone actually told Galtier and Arlo why there's a very pissed off guy
No.
out there? Oh,
No.
okay.
I think we
Maybe
got
I
a
should
little
stop
bit of it.
I think I should stop cowering like a ball and go talk to him at some point. So, all right.
I mean, I have a good idea what happened with the thrashing you gave him.
All right.
Verbal assault.
Galtier, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be attempting to swab the deck as I'm wondering why it's so dark out.
Okay. Zormir?
I'm gonna wake up after sleeping between the cannons and just start, even though they're probably in pretty good shape, just wiping them down and making sure they're all tidy up and ready to go, and peeking through the porthole trying to see what's out, why it's so dark.
The crew is extremely nervous. They're just watching you. And Arlo or Grayson, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to spend the morning up in the crow's nest, just kind of looking.
Okay. This is quite interesting. Galtier, I need you to make a perception check with disadvantage. Arlo, I need you to make just a straight perception check. And Grayson, you make a perception check with advantage because you're in the crow's nest.
Am I not making one?
18.
You're below deck. They're on top deck.
I was peeking through the hole, but okay.
It wouldn't matter in this case.
23.
I got 13. I rolled 2 12s.
Okay. Grayson, I will send you a message.
You are going to die.
You're gonna die.
Okay. Blaylock, you said you wanted to go find Arlo and Galtier. They're above deck.
I'm going to, whether it be individually or as a group, I'm gonna start talking to them about our escapades with Ishtab. Do I see both of them or just the one?
They're both up there.
Arlo, Galtier, we owe you an explanation about last night.
I am listening.
Well, as we were journeying back from Portstown, we stumbled on a Fort Tenebris by name, and they were having a problem with their crew or their soldiers disappearing and coming back as zombie-like undead, not in control of themselves. So we sought out the source, which brought us to an underground temple, which apparently housed a contained being seeking godhood. And this deity goes by the name of Ishtab, pledged to assist one of our party as long as she was devoted to his religion that was still in question, and she was to preach of the good works of Ishtab, and in return she could have the powers that she had once lost regained back to her. And we also were able to discover the source of his wrath upon Fort Tenebris, which was the stolen artifact. And once it was returned, so his wrath was quelled. And we encountered Ishtab from time to time as we journeyed, but not since Nemoria, the person you heard of in passing, passed from this world. And we sought guidance and help from Ishtab, and it fell on deaf ears, as is wont from deities of this realm, always seeking power and followers, and only bestowing onto those followers that which is beneficial to themselves only. And so my ire was brought forth yesterday in a manner that was unbecoming, because I know better than to get on his bad side, but the loss of a friend weighs on me greatly.
So how did she lose her first god or whoever? Because you said she picked him. So what happened to the first one?
She lost her ability, if you would. I do not follow her order, so I know not of the nuances of being a cleric as she was. But she cast off her first god, Bahamut by name, and because she was distraught at her own actions, and it caused her to question her god, who, like most gods, is selfish. And once she had lost her abilities, desperation came forth, and she sought out Ishtab in a hopes of regaining that which she lost.
Wow, sounds like she made a bad mistake.
Anything dealing with gods is a bad mistake.
They suck.
Grayson comes up in the background. Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
How do you think he was able to find you without his followers still?
Though he is a very, very powerful being. Not on the level of a god yet, but from what I've read, he has been around a very, very long time, and this is not his first quest for deification.
Well, if he's as powerful as you say he is, might I suggest you check your tone next time he comes? Remember, we're on a boat.
Humility may be in order the next time I encounter, especially when we are bobbing around in his domain.
Yeah, because if he's that powerful, he could wipe the deck with us.
We are at his whim out here.
Not good. Not good. Can't believe she actually followed him. Huh.
She had a drive to serve.
I don't like that, DM. No, come on.
Yeah, as you're talking, one of the crewmates comes down from the crow's nest. Captain! Captain! And runs off toward the captain.
That's not sounding good.
I'm gonna start looking out at the water. Am I seeing a whirlpool?
Look up at Grayson. Do you see anything, Grayson?
Do I hear that? Do I hear that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He shouts it
I
up
just
there.
I point out in the direction of the ship.
Far off in the distance, you kind of look where Grayson is pointing and you follow it out, and right on the edge of the horizon, you see another ship.
Hopefully they're just passing by.
You're still below deck, right? Yeah, you're still.
Yeah. Boom.
You're just. He's been possessed by rock.
Captain. Right, but the other crew were hailing his attention, right? Because they saw it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
The captain.
I'll continue staring out at the ship then, trying to discern what I can. So.
The captain comes walking down. Well, as all of you seem to be, my perpetual good luck charm. It seems we've drawn the attention of another ship. Hopefully it's just another merchant vessel, but everyone stay aware.
Yes, Captain.
Do you recognize any of the markings on the ship?
And he just looks at you with a dumbfounded look. I can barely see the ship, let alone see it with markings.
Is my scope fixed?
You're still working on it.
Oh, I thought I put the diamonds in already.
You did, but it's not like attached.
Oh, it's not
functional. Yeah.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay.
So, could he like look through it though? Like a.
No, probably not. Not yet.
Could, but you're not going to see a whole lot. Nothing's aligned or.
No.
Got it.
Yep. Forgive my nervousness. We have seen a lot in this short time on this ship. More than I anticipated. Dragons, gods, in waiting.
Don't forget constructs. Oh.
What? Who saw a construct?
Remember? Down in the hole.
Oh.
We had to deal with that.
No, I'm talking about on the ship.
I'm sorry.
I thought,
you were naming big stuff. I just kind of scared me there for a minute.
Oh, you frightened me. I thought you had saw a construct and.
No.
Oof.
We're not moving at all. Like there's no wind or anything, right?
There's just as rough as the seas are and as dark as it is, you're just barely moving.
You should try this, Biddle. get us moving.
Is the other ship moving faster than we are?
You
Or
can't tell from this
same, okay.
distance.
I swing down off of one of the ropes.
Okay.
Performance check.
Acrobatics.
I'm good at all of it, so
All right. So, yeah, you swing down.
well, this may not be another boring boat ride after all.
You sound a little excited with that comment.
Take a swig out of my.
There's courage juice.
Courage juice.
Etch that on the side with prestidigitation.
Cannon. Just his courage juice on it now.
he's gonna get Zormir to steal it just so he can etch it on the side.
Challenge
Dude,
accepted.
that'd be a feat right there. Being able to steal Grayson's stinking
Flask.
canteen away from him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I would be dead.
Yeah, Zormir would get blamed either way. So
No.
the captain comes up. Well, I hope for as much trouble as you cause, you're that good at defending yourself. If this is an undesirable, we'll be prepared.
Mm.
You don't get
Does
much of
that
that
mean I
out here,
get
do you?
It's not often. I would say it's more a certain bad luck on this voyage. And he looks at Blaylock.
Hmm. I'll
often do you-
not intentionally not look at his eyes.
Avert the gaze.
How often do you come across cross traffic on these
Not
voyages?
not often. Maybe once, twice a month.
How many times have you came across something this month?
Last month we ran into another merchant ship. Something from farther away, one of the other islands. But nothing lately.
Well, I guess all we can do is wait and see.
Maybe we should find a snack before we head off to battle.
Battle already
Don't-
looking
don't-
for.
What?
Don't assume that.
Well, I'm feeling it's coming. Well, remember he just said we're the bad luck guys, and so I'm just
You
ripping the
are
Band-Aid off.
certainly aching for a battle. Do you yearn so much for
It's been a while.
Hmm.
Most
So
folks of your
Honorable.
kind stray from battle, I would think. It's last resort.
It is a last resort, but I'm just trying to prepare myself for what may or may not come. You seem to be pretty gloomy about what's coming down the other way over there, so
Not
I'm
gloomy, just a realist.
all right then. See, that's why I'm preparing.
Go get some work done. We got time.
How much? Captain? How much time until we meet them?
Probably 7, 8 hours before they. If the winds favor them and not us, and he just piercingly stares at you, and it seems that the winds aren't going to favor us.
Hmm.
Longest trip to Vassal ever.
Well, I'll just go and sit and watch.
Okay. As time passes, the other boat gets closer and closer. The captain calls, Z! Powdermaster Z?
Yes, you need me? Are we going to fire?
And he kind of squats down. Now, It's time for you to do something very important. The more markings on that ship say pirate.
Pirates?
Yes.
They aren't halfling pirates, are they?
With that size of ship, be quite humorous. In fact, I kind of would want to see that. I kind of would want to be captured by that just to see it happen. I digress. You are a walking distraction. Has anyone ever told you that? Anyways, have the cannons ready. Have the men arm them. When the ship gets within range. Do you know what range is?
A stone's throw?
A stone's throw. Gods help us. If it's a stone's throw, we're probably already dead. When you see the side ports of the ship open, you can see the cannons of the other ship.
Fire.
They're within range. Fire,
Got it,
take
Captain.
into trajectory and these rough oceans. You're in charge
really
down there, and
thinking hard.
he just winces really hard and keeps his eyes closed. You're in charge. I trust you to make the right decision.
I will not let you down. We will come out victorious today.
And he leans back to Grayson. Believe me, he's the better choice.
Mm.
Chaos may help us today.
How many cannons are in my
There's
charge
3.
of? 3? Okay. I have 2 other crewmates.
Yes. As for the rest of you, we will take our positions and wait to see what happens. Night falls, becomes darker. Barely any moonlight shines through the darkened clouds that have been around all day, and the sea's still rough as the ships get closer and closer. Zormir, I need you to make a perception check.
Aye, aye, Captain.
And he can't see in the dark.
18.
He cannot. By the way, that's a disadvantage. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
12.
Okay. The ship gets closer and closer,
Get ready.
and everyone hears as shots fire out
no.
from the other ship. You hear it rip through the wood.
Get
Quickly.
to the cannons!
You yell out, and all of them light. You all feel the ship shudder as the cannons, all 3 cannons fire. It thrusts to the side as you hear the cannonballs burst through the side of the ship, as screaming and yelling, and those on top of the deck, you see ropes flying over, attaching themselves. And
Don't
crew
say
member
it.
crew members begin to swing over onto the ship. Hold on.
Aim, fire!
Oops.
This is one of the more unique encounters we've had.
As the pirates board the ship, flowing over because they were allowed to get so close. Cannons firing below deck. The rest of you are down here, by the way, except for Zormir, who is below deck. And as the captain draws his weapon, men, defend the ship! And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oh, you're such a troll.
It's so exciting.
Not like we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, not quite enough time to pull off a combat round tonight. Back this up so you can kind of see there we got going on.
We'll end this
Ow.
with a sea chanty. What can you do with a drunken Grayson? What can you do with a drunken Grayson? Early in the morning.
Toss him over there.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Hope to see you next week as we see our first combat in like almost a month. It's been that long. This was our third session, so without any combat. So hope to see you there next week. To those listening, thank you. To those watching on YouTube, thank you. If you want to catch up on past episodes, so you'll find them at 70 Dungeons on YouTube, and we're on your favorite podcast service. First few sessions be a little rough if you're just starting out, but they do get better. And we can't wait to see you next week. So until then, we'll see you in the dungeon.
Stay classy.
Stay classy. Yeah. So you got to see down there in the corner. See, if you look in the corner, that's where you need to go. We're on Facebook, YouTube. You see those down there? We're down there. Yeah. Look down there. Did you see down there? Look. Hey, I'm going to roll your perception check for you. Nope. You didn't see it. You rolled a 4. That was awful. That also was the only dice I rolled tonight. So that's crazy.
Was it really?
Because we were too busy rolling it for you. So many checks.
So down there. Have you went down there yet? Have you checked us out? Have you followed us on Facebook yet? We're there. It's there. Follow. Share with your friends.
Oh, you got a Facebook?
Yeah, there's a 70 Dungeons Facebook group. Yep. Share it with your friends. Check it out. We post all our videos there. Little conversations, little pictures, all that fun stuff. All right. We'll stop now. Take care. Have a good night. Maybe.
Take care. We're all gonna die.
Possibly.
Next week.
Oh.